My name is Lola Jordan, and I am the president of Companion Data Services. So Companion Data Services, we're a managed service company. We provide hosting and infrastructure services. We provide cloud services, and we also provide claims processing in an ASP and business process outsourcing mode. So we're providing services as it relates directly to healthcare, including some workflow management tools that allows people to manage their workflows. And specifically, I'm the president of CDS, and so what I tell people is I shake hands, kiss babies, and I sit on rocks. And they say, sit on rocks, and I said, yeah, remember the guy that thinks? And so I'm the visionary. I do some of the visionary part of it, but I also have to understand our financials, understand our people activities, understand the technologies, so have a broad-based understanding of what's going on in the company so I can help advise and direct the company in the strategic direction that it needs to go.
About your job.
What I enjoy most about my job is the people. I really enjoy seeing people grow. I enjoy interacting with my colleagues, interacting with the IT and how it makes a difference in the lives of our members. I'm really driven by really making a difference in helping people grow and understanding what we're providing as an insurance company and as an IT company. The way I found myself in healthcare and IT was somewhat by accident. My mother, my aunt, my best friend, cousins, they were nurses' aides through a private duty nursing agency. And so I worked full-time through college. And I was a private duty nurse through college. I have a computer science degree with a minor in chemistry, almost one class off of a minor in math. And when I graduated from college, the first company that found me, they were EDS, and they worked in many different fields and industries, and they said, oh, you're a nurse's aide, so we'll take your technology and put you in healthcare. And that's how I ended up being within the Medicare healthcare arena to begin with, and then I've taken a journey through Medicaid, state employee benefits, and regular commercial insurance, and now running Companion Data Services. So I did end up accidentally here, but I love being in the healthcare arena of IT. I've had a lot of fun in my journey. I have had the opportunity to travel, and I've had the opportunity to move, and in some cases moving's not all that fun, but it opened opportunities. So I am the intersection between business and technology. Many times people either will take the route of technology and they'll become leaders in that field, or they'll take the route of the business and they'll do the clerical call centers, customer service. I've gone to both sides of the coin, and I've done both. So that is actually pretty unique in the industry. Well, with my journey, I've started in Medicare, and then I saw during that time period I didn't have a lot of career growth there, and there's a long story why, but I didn't have career growth, and I said, well, how do I jumpstart to the next level? And one of them is I had to leave my beloved state of California, and I do love South Carolina as well, but I still love California, and I went to Kansas and went into Medicaid. And so now I'm in the Medicaid black hole, and I spent a lot of time there learning about the tools and activities there. Then I moved into state employee benefit insurance programs as a payer, and now I've dabbled and worked in the commercial side. So to even find an individual that's touched 4 of the different lines of business within an insurance industry, that's a difficult one to find as well. So it's really, I looked for the opportunity to say, I don't have to grow, or I don't have to grow up, I can grow laterally. And that lateral growth actually is what's allowed me to eventually grow up. Because they said, wow, people don't have the skill sets that you've had and the experience that you've had. And when Companion Data Services was looking for a chief operating officer of the company, my mentor had said, well, that's a data center. And I said, well, I've run data centers, and that's bits and bytes. I like selling business. I like helping people. And he's like, that's what they need. They need the business person. So that, having that background of the technology and the business is really what's brought me to where I am today. So the thing I loved the most was people, and the greatest challenge in work is actually people and the soft skills. It's really easy to be the best technician in knowing how bits and bytes work, but every day is a journey to make sure that I'm focusing on my interpersonal skills, my communication skills, my presentation skills, conflict skills. So those are the biggest challenges, is to keep in mind that learning the technical aspect of the job is the easy one, regardless of which field you choose in. It's really those soft skills that we don't spend as much time in school, and those are really what makes and breaks most careers. As far as the biggest obstacles that I've addressed, it's really making sure that my strong direct personality is being managed in the soft skills arena. Because as a female, it's not as accepted to have a really, really strong personality. And so it just needs to be balanced with the great female traits that can be brought to the table as well. The skills that someone should possess besides the soft skills, which are really important, is to really understand the technical aspect of the job that your people are performing. And that will allow you to be able to coach and mentor them. Also making sure that you're keeping up with the changes in the industry that you're in. So it's not, IT is changing so quick. If you're not reading, if you're not understanding, robotics, who would think that health insurance would have anything to do with robotics? Well, it does, because health insurance is going to cover possibly services that are going to be provided by some type of robotic surgery. So it's really looking and continuing to learn and teach yourself the different areas that are important. Another big skill is project management. It's really understanding how to drive a project to get results. Even if you're not personally driving it, you need to understand it so the project managers under you have that support and know that you know how they have to get their job done. My greatest inspiration, they're my parents. My parents didn't graduate from high school when my father stopped at 8th grade, my mother stopped at sophomore year. They had to help the family, but they instilled in us the desire to educate. No matter where they were always learning, and they would say, when you grow up, you're going to college. When you grow up, you're going to college. So they inspired me to be who they wanted me to be, at the same time allowing me to be who I wanted to be. So they were definitely the one that was projecting me to be where I am today. From a mentor point of view, I had two that were clearly inspirational to me. One was early in my career. His name was Phil Zurowesti, and he came in and said, "You're more than who you think you are, and let's start mentoring you and showing you the ropes of the real business side and not just the technology side." And he did that for me, and he was a big promoter for me, which is what actually allowed me to be moved into the Medicaid arena, where there was great opportunities to serve the people that we love to serve. And when I did that, I met my second big mentor, and her name was Carol Pangborn. And when I talk about the soft skills, she was the epitome of the Southern woman, even though she was from New York, because she really had those soft skills. She really knew how to communicate. She really knew how to inspire people. And so when I would say something that was a little too direct, she would take me aside and say, "Hey, what about saying it this way?" And so she did a great job of softening some of the rough edges and really helping me grow as well. I think what I would tell students that are interested in the field of IT or healthcare, particularly females, and I believe that both have the same capabilities, but females tend to shy away from it somewhere in middle school. They start losing interest. What I would tell them is that there is a lot more in the IT field than working for a Google and Amazon and Microsoft. About 60% of the IT jobs are in non-IT companies. And to really think about, you can make a difference in the world of IT, not just by doing it by a big name, but also working for nonprofits that need that knowledge of IT. Everything we do in this world right now has a hook into IT. And we really need our talented students, boys and girls, to look at IT, but know that they can make a difference. My name is Lola Jordan, and I am a voice of the Palmetto State.